A Donald Trump scandal that was hiding in plain sight is no longer under the radar, and I'm rushing to get this report published for you, so let's jump right in. Democrat Congressman Sam Liccardo from California just exposed a major Trump scandal in a House of Representatives hearing, and before I show you the shocking and damning news he revealed today against Trump, let's set the table with some context. You know how since Trump took office, it seems that everything has been for sale? Corporations have been donating millions of dollars to the inauguration, the White House Easter egg roll, and even his recent military parade. But there was never a clear explanation of the benefits they received in return, so it all felt very sketchy. But there was never a clear explanation of the benefits they received in return, so it all felt very sketchy. Well, to no one's surprise, it is very sketchy, and I'll show the receipts that Congressman Liccardo brought to the halls of Congress today. But first, as a refresher, have a look at this compilation I created of those who have been sounding the alarms the loudest since Trump took office.
So you probably heard that all of these big corporations, in particular media corporations, are giving Donald Trump huge amounts of money. I just pulled the numbers. So far, Apple has donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration. Amazon has donated $1 million. Meta has donated $1 million. OpenAI has donated $1 million. You also probably saw that Amazon just announced a $40 million documentary of Melania Trump. There are massive amounts of money going from these big corporations to Trump and his interests, because ultimately they want Trump to look the other way. Pay attention to what is happening right now. The billionaire class in this country is putting themselves in bed with Donald Trump to make sure that they get even more wealthy, even more powerful over the next 4 years.
It seems like we could be talking about how Trump dropped lawsuits against numerous large companies after they donated to his inaugural fund. Trump has put a for sale sign on the lawn of the White House and has allowed wealthy donors to dictate how the government operates.
Donald Trump cares less about rising prices affecting the American people or our economy sliding into recession. He's putting money in his pocket.
And there have been posts, too. Back in February, Congressman Greg Casar posted, new reporting shows corporations are funneling money directly to paying off Trump and his family. $40 million from Amazon, $10 million from Elon Musk X. Then Trump cut their taxes. Trump's family gets rich. Your family gets screwed. Corruption, plain and simple. Back in March, political commentator Robert Reich posted, Trump has dropped or halted more than 1 in 5 investigations and enforcement actions against corporate lawbreakers. At least 34 of those companies, including Tesla, Amazon, and Wells Fargo, gave over $30 million to Trump's inaugural. It's a new golden age for corporate criminals. And that is the perfect setup for today's breaking story. Watch as Representative Liccardo calls on Morgan Harper, a lawyer and antitrust advocate, during the House Financial Services Committee hearing to blow the whistle on the Trump pay-for-play lawlessness that is going on.
Bank of America and J.P. Morgan were both under investigation regarding the Zelle network, regarding a failure to reimburse customers that were defrauded by scam artists. And that action was taken to the CFPB. And what was the result of that action?
Those are also among the cases that have been dismissed.
And Bank of America contributed to Donald Trump and his inauguration, didn't they?
Yes.
Was it $500,000?
I believe so.
And J.P. Morgan, another $1 million?
Yes.
And Capital One, the evidence from the CFPB indicated they may have cheated customers out of as much as $2 billion. Capital One contributed $1 million to Trump's inauguration.
Also true.
And what happened as a result to the CFPB case?
They got their case dismissed.
I am puzzled as to why we're having this hearing. As we're watching the defunding of the financial police happening over the last several months and weeks, all I have heard is criticism of whatever happened in the last administration. And I'm sure there's plenty of criticism that's legitimate against the last administration. I don't understand why we're still spending time on whatever happened in the last administration when we know what's happening under this administration is so corrupt and so clearly undermining the interests of every American consumer. I hope that our next hearing is going to actually focus on protecting American consumers and what we can do now and prospectively with a CFPB that has been utterly gutted as the Republicans continue to defund the financial police.
The Donald Trump corruption iceberg just revealed another massive chunk, and now it's well above the surface and not below. We're talking tens of millions connected to tax breaks and dropped investigations. This is not just bad optics, it is systematic corruption that makes Watergate look like a fluke. What's new is the boldness and clarity with which the evidence is now being laid out. Liccardo didn't just hint or suggest, he brought receipts, and with the help of expert witness Morgan Harper, spelled out how Trump turned the presidency into a mob-like vending machine for billionaire favors. You pay the man, your problems go away. This is the scandal that is finally getting the spotlight it deserves. Or is it? Are Democrats making progress, and will Trump pay for his payola ways? Or is that slippery slime ball going to skate on this like he does everything else? Please comment below with your thoughts, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.